China just simulated its first human landing on the moon, and it worked. The new Lanyue lander has passed a critical test on a moon-like surface, proving it's ready for real missions before 2030. This breakthrough isn't just a test. It's a bold step toward building a permanent lunar base. So how does it all work? And what's coming next? Let's break it down. China has taken a major leap forward in its lunar ambitions by successfully completing the first comprehensive test of its manned lunar lander, Lanyue, at a facility in Huailai County, located in Hebei province. The test, conducted on August 7, 2025, was more than a simulation. It was a full-scale systems verification conducted under conditions carefully engineered to mimic the moon's surface. The test site itself was no ordinary terrain. It was designed with high precision to resemble actual lunar conditions. The ground was coated with a special material that replicated the reflectivity of lunar soil, and it included rock formations and artificial craters to imitate the moon's rugged, uneven surface. This realistic testing environment allowed engineers to closely observe the performance of the lander under nearly authentic lunar challenges. The focus of the test was to verify the lander's ascent and descent capabilities, but that's just scratching the surface. Key systems were evaluated, including shutdown procedures during lunar contact, precision control, and real-time system coordination between subsystems like GNC, guidance, navigation and control, propulsion, and interface compatibility. The lander successfully demonstrated its ability to land and lift off, operating in a highly complex test cycle with multiple operational conditions. The China Manned Space Agency, CMSA, stated that this test marks a critical milestone in the country's manned lunar exploration effort. It's the first time China has validated the full landing and takeoff process of a manned spacecraft on a simulated extraterrestrial surface. This wasn't just a concept test. It was a demonstration that the hardware is maturing into mission-ready technology. Lanyue, which translates to embrace the moon, is designed to do more than just land takenauts. It's expected to function as a temporary habitat, command center, data hub, and power generator once it reaches the lunar surface. This multifunctional role separates it from simpler landers of the past. It represents a new philosophy, designed not just for touchdown, but for sustainability. This successful test moves China one step closer to achieving its first crewed moon landing before 2030, a goal now supported by tangible progress and fully functioning hardware. China's roadmap for putting humans on the moon is built on a detailed, multi-phase plan, and the Lanyue lander is at its core. Unlike the traditional single-launch systems used during the Apollo era, China is adopting a two-launch strategy, allowing for greater efficiency and safety in deep space operations. The plan begins with two Long March carrier rockets, each tasked with a separate mission. One will transport a crew of takenauts aboard a newly developed manned spacecraft. The second rocket will carry the Lanyue lander into lunar orbit. Once both vehicles are in position, they'll perform a rendezvous and docking maneuver above the moon. This technique, already mastered by China in low Earth orbit with the Tiangong space station, will now be applied in lunar orbit. After docking, the astronauts will transfer into the Lanyue lander and begin their descent to the moon's surface. This process is designed with redundancy and safety in mind. By separating the crew module from the lander during launch and transit, China reduces the overall risk and allows each part of the mission to be optimized for its specific task. Once on the moon, the takenauts will conduct scientific exploration with a high-tech toolkit. They'll wear the Wangyu Spacesuit, unveiled earlier in 2025, which is built for mobility, environmental protection, and extended surface operations. The name Wangyu means gazing into the cosmos, reflecting China's growing ambitions in deep space. Supporting them will be a manned lunar rover called Tansuo, meaning to explore the unknown. This rover isn't just for transport. It's capable of long-range navigation, terrain analysis, and will likely assist in gathering and storing lunar samples. It's designed for a new generation of exploration, one that prioritizes science, safety, and long-term goals. Crew selection is already in motion. According to Yang Liwei, China's first astronaut and now a senior program designer, Only takenauts who have previously flown to the Tiangong space station will be considered. This ensures that the team will consist of astronauts already familiar with long-duration missions, complex docking procedures, and space-based operations. The successful Lanyue Test is more than just a technological victory. It signals a larger shift in global space dynamics and reflects how the Moon is becoming a focal point of strategic, scientific, and collaborative interest. The implications of this single test ripple far beyond China's borders. First, there's the timing. NASA's Artemis program is aiming to return astronauts to lunar orbit by April 2026, with a landing mission expected the following year. But with Lanyue's test already behind them, China now appears closer than ever to closing the gap, or even leading the race to the Moon's surface. While Artemis is backed by strong international support, including the European Space Agency and several commercial partners, China is carving a parallel path that emphasizes self-reliance and long-term sustainability. This approach has already yielded results. In recent years, China became the only nation to retrieve lunar samples from both the near side and the far side of the Moon. These accomplishments were achieved through the Chang'e missions, and the samples have attracted global attention. Agencies and institutions from Europe, Asia, and even NASA-funded universities have expressed interest in analyzing the data and materials returned. Now, with a manned mission on the horizon, China is laying the groundwork for the next leap, the International Lunar Research Station. This long-term project, co-led with Russia, aims to create a semi-permanent presence on the Moon by 2035. The facility will likely include crew habitats, science labs, and a nuclear power station to support continuous operations. Unlike earlier Moon missions that focused on short stays, this station is being designed with permanence and multi-nation access in mind. What makes this moment even more significant is the Moon's increasing value as a platform for deeper space science. There are proposals to build radio telescopes on the far side, helium-3 extraction for future energy solutions, and even lunar-based solar arrays that beam power to Earth. The Moon is being reimagined as a platform for planetary science, energy, and communications infrastructure. In that context, Lanyue's test is more than a checkbox. It's a message. China is not just aiming to visit the Moon. It's planning to stay, lead, and possibly set the pace for how humanity expands beyond Earth. China's successful test of the Lanyue lunar lander is more than a step. It's a launch pad for the next era of human exploration. With a working lander, defined mission architecture, and plans for a permanent Moon base, China has turned its lunar ambitions into real momentum. The countdown to 2030 is no longer theoretical, it's active. As the world watches, the next flag planted on the Moon might just signal a new leader in space. And the story is far from over. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries. And don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, spaceinews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.